Jace Evans has once again run away from the house of horrors, you guys. This is his third time running away in the span of about a month. Okay, so Jenelle Evans disgraced former Teen Mom 2 star Jenelle Evans regained custody of him just a couple of months ago. And ever since, the news has been full of stories of this poor child running away. First, he ran away at school. Allegedly, his stepfather, David Eason, was set to pick him up after a dispute with a teacher. Then there was another time where he just left the home and was found at a gas station hours later. And now TMZ is reporting breaking news that Jace Evans snuck out, ran away, left out through a window in Jenelle Evans' house in the middle of the night. You guys understand how desperate a child has to be to leave through a window in the middle of the night when the home is located in the middle of the woods where anything can happen to them. There are all sorts of animals out there, right? Like, it's incredibly dangerous. And he did that anyway. This is a very, very serious cry for help. He is still at large. According to TMZ, he has been missing for a total of 16 hours now. And I've got to say, it is no surprise, okay? For all of us who watched 16 and Pregnant and Teen Mom 2, we all saw how Jenelle Evans, in our opinion, well, I'll say in my opinion, had no business having and raising children. Just look at this scene, which was one of the most infamous scenes that she was ever involved with in Teen Mom 2. And that's saying a lot because she had a lot of very disgusting parenting moments on that show where she pulled out a gun on someone that she had followed all the way to his home with her son in the car right beside her. And as if that wasn't bad enough, when she was confronted about it by Jace's real mother, Barbara, she gaslit Jace and looked at him and scolded him like a piece of crap for telling the truth about what it is that she had done. Okay. And that is just the tip of the iceberg. There are so many other things. There was a time where Jenelle and her husband, David Eason, had lost custody of all of their children temporarily when he shot the family dog dead. Okay. Like, these are people who have serious issues. They've lost custody of each and every single one of their children at least once. So that's why I don't understand why they keep returning Jace directly to this home after he goes missing. It's not normal, okay, for a teen boy to constantly be running away from home like this, who has no history of running away. When he was with Barbara, we never got this sort of news. But now that he's been forced to live with Jenelle and David, he can't stop running away. And he's taking such a big risk. Twice he's run away through the woods. One time now he's running away in the middle of the night. Okay. So let's get into the article. TMZ's law enforcement sources told them that he left Thursday night around 8 p.m., snuck out through a window and left his cell phone behind. I don't know if he necessarily left it behind or if it was still taken away, because Jenelle did mention something about taking away his cell phone as punishment. I'm more inclined to believe that he just didn't bring it with him, because the last time that he ran away, that was the reason that he was even found again, right? So I don't think that Jace wants to be found and brought back to this home. So this time, that's why I think he's more likely to have left the cell phone behind. So now, again, it's been close to 16 hours since he went missing. And I just don't understand why this is just now coming out. And this is so serious, you guys, that the police are telling TMZ that Jace Evans has been added to a nationwide database for missing persons. Wow. Please, police, CPS, whoever is involved here, open up an investigation into this home. Things like this don't just happen for no reason, especially when the parents have a sordid history of losing custody of children the way that Jenelle and David have. This is incredibly serious, and I don't think it's fair to just keep pushing him back to that home. Obviously, something is very wrong. They need to have police officers interviewing him about why he keeps running away from this home in particular. What is going on in there? They need to talk to his psychologist that his mom, Barbara, had set him up with for those years, right? So if you recall, in one of their last seasons of this show, Barbara had opened up about how Jace was seeing a psychologist, and he was telling the psychologist that he was so terrified of David whenever he would spend time in that place that he would, be bedwetting and stuff. And, anybody who has been a child or who has children knows how serious anxiety is when it leads to a child wetting the bed and whatnot. And, I feel like there's probably even more information out there that can be revealed about his fear of David, his alleged fear of David that was mentioned on the show. We all know that he didn't want for Jenelle to marry David. That was something that he talked about on the show as well. Jenelle asked him if she was happy that he was going to be marrying David, if he wanted her to marry David and whatnot. And he said no, then quickly changed his reply when he noticed that that was not something that she wanted to hear. I am really, truly scared for Jace at this point. He is crying out for help. And it just makes me all the more sad because there was a story recently about a girl, and this was her first time running away. If you guys are aware of the story that I'm referring to, please make yourself seen in the comment section. But there was a girl, she had run away for the first time from home, and then the police uh she was found and she was to be brought back to the home. But instead of going back, or immediately after she went back, I'm fudging the details here, I can't remember directly, but she wound up ending her own life because she just could not bear living there anymore. And I think that, when things like that happen, you have to take these runaway situations a lot more seriously, right? Jace, I really, really hope that everything is okay, and I know that Barbara wanted to enjoy at least, some of her golden years without raising children and whatnot, but it seems like she might have to take him back because this is just not working out at Jenelle Evans's home, you guys. It's clearly not working out. He doesn't seem to be happy there. There's something that just keeps driving him to run away and take risks by running away in the middle of the school day, running away into the woods, then into the woods again at night. I want to know in this article what time Jenelle and David even reported him missing, what time they even noticed that he was no longer in the house, because I think that that's going to say a lot about the entire situation as well, right? Did they notice immediately, or did it take a strangely long amount of time for these people to notice that their son had disappeared? My heart is 100% with Jace in this moment. Like I always say, unfortunately, we can't all win the lottery when it comes to the parents that we are assigned to at birth. And yeah, I I feel for him. I feel for him. He really, really did not have good luck. And it sucks to see that this is what's happening to him right now. These are some really, really pivotal, important years in his life. And just a huge upset and transition of going from living with his real mother, right? The mother that raised him, to his biological mother and her crazy husband who happens to be very threatening and intimidating and very weapons obsessed. That's got to be a lot for Jace, and I feel for him. I just really truly hope that when he's found, because he will be found, God willing, they make a plan for him. It's just not working there. I hope they make a plan for him, and I hope that they really truly look into this house. There needs to be an investigation with all these kids individually. What is going on here, you guys? What are your day-to-day lives like? Is everything okay? How do you feel? All that stuff needs to be explored right now, because if they don't, then I feel like they're just being too lazy at this point. Um wow. I feel like Jace's life is on the line at this point. It really is. And I want them to take it as seriously as possible. God, it's just so sad, honestly. This story really shocked me. I was on my way out and then I saw this story and I said, oh my God, I gotta sit down and talk to you guys about this, because I know that so many of us adored Jace when we were watching Teen Mom growing up, and like our hearts were constantly breaking for him, watching all the stuff that he was going through with Jenelle and whatnot. And we were nervous when we saw that he was going to be back in her custody, and unfortunately it looked like those fears and those nerves were 1000% founded. And I hate that. You don't want to be right about this sort of thing, but unfortunately it looks like that's the case. Good luck, Jace, and I really truly hope that they can place him somewhere where he feels safe and loved and okay and happy. I don't think children deserve to be going through this sort of turmoil that would drive them to run away from their home several times now, including at night. Like, that is terrifying. anything can happen. Guys, please let me know what you think about this story in the comment section down below. And as usual, we'll chat. That's all for now. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.